Swiss finally has its first A350, and this isn't just a new plane, it's an entirely new experience from the airline. Across all classes, everything's changed, so let's find out if it was worth the wait.
And that is why we are at Zurich Airport to take one of the very first flights that Swiss is doing on its brand new A350. From here in Zurich in Switzerland, down to Malaga in Spain. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Let's go.
We start very early here at Zurich, hours before our flight, for one very good reason.
Okay, we got the check-in desks all along here. We're actually in business class on this one. That's the reason I booked to Malaga. I tried to get into business class on the very first flight, which is leaving in a couple of hours from here, from Zurich to Palma, but it was fully booked. And for this flight, I think getting on business class is the right call. So I'm gonna go see if we can get checked in just now, and then, yeah, see if we can see the ceremony for the flight leaving, and then hopefully get a stay at the transit hotel, and then get up again, go through to the lounge, have a bit of breakfast in the lounge, and then get on the flight down to Malaga. So let's go and see if we can get checked in. Bit cheeky being this early, but you don't get it if you don't ask. Hi there, good morning. Could I check in for the flight to Malaga, please?
Again, exactly. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. That is perfect. We managed to get our ticket. Well done, Swiss. That's service. But anyway, let's go get through security. Let's not waste time. Let's go get through security right now. Okay, we are through the gate quite nicely. It is on the board that the very first flight of the A350 has been delayed, so not sure where it is. I'm on the hunt for it. I will find this plane. I'm going to go where the Edelweiss one was a few months ago when they did their very first flight on their A350, just to see if that's where they're planning on doing everything there. It is also near the transit hotel, so that works out well for us. Okay, so looks like I was completely on the money with this one. Finally did well on the gate guessing game. Our A350 is right there. Not for this flight, obviously, because we're not on the very first flight, but there she is in all her glory. I do love the fact that they've put a special livery on this one, the very first one in the Swiss fleet. Yeah. Very, very good.
Getting to the gate, however, I would discover that my early start to see the very first flight was time well spent. Because it turns out the only thing to mark this event would be a speech from the Swiss staff. So essentially, I woke up to watch people board a plane. As boarding was commenced though, I was happy to see that passengers were getting some Swiss chocolates. I guess that is at least something to mark the event.
That is the last of the passengers on the very first flight down to Palma, getting ready and getting on board. So what we're going to do now is go to the transit hotel, get sleep, and then we'll be back here in time for the flight to Malaga. So let's go get a sleep. Hi there. Hi, is it possible to get a room for a few hours, please? Okay. Okay.
If you want to close the curtain, it's that switch in the middle.
This one? Okay.
Yeah, not manually.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Cheers. Thank you. Okay then, here we have the transit hotel in Zurich, or not actually in Zurich, because, well, it is in Zurich, it's just not in Switzerland officially, because it's between the borders. You go out the border checkpoint, but you don't go into another one, so technically in limbo, in transit. I know, terrible joke, but yeah, this is it. It's fairly basic, but it will do. Got a nice view of the terminal outside. I'll just show you that. You can see they're building something here. So yeah, 90 francs, which is like £80 for 6 hours. So it's a bit on the pricier side, but I've had like 8 hours sleep in the past 40 odd, so I am just super deflated and I need the energy to be able to make a decent video on the A350 when it comes back from Palma. But anyway, gonna get a sleep and then I'll see you when I wake up.
Morning. It is 11 o'clock, so let's get up and go to the lounge, get some breakfast and a coffee, and then get on the flight. So, let's go. Hello, Zurich.
Right, let's get ourselves over to the lounge.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. We have gone through the border now. Let's go to the lounge. I want to get some breakfast and a coffee because I'm still waking up. And then the gate info is displayed in about 15 to 20 minutes. So gives us plenty of time, about an hour and a half before boarding, I believe. But I want to go down to the gate early just to see if there's anything going to be happening there. I don't think there will be, considering what was happening this morning at the very first flight. It was just a speech and some chocolates. So yeah, let's go into the lounge and see what we can get to eat. My ticket, it says we're going to be on the A-B gates, so should be down this way as well. A to E is this way, and the Senator Lounge is also this way, so that's the lounge we want. I wonder if we'll see the aircraft landing. I wonder if there's a bit in the lounge to see it landing. It is on its way back from Palma at the moment, so. And for this flight, I was a bit of a sucker. I did upgrade to the business class. There was 170 CHF upgrade to business class, so I just went ahead and booked it, and I think I got the last window seat. Though I think it's a window seat that's got one of the chairs that is sort of angled away from the window. Might make filming a little bit difficult, but we'll manage. And here we are then, the Swiss Senator Lounge.
As it turns out, it wasn't the Senator Lounge, but the Business Lounge. I got confused as they're both next to each other.
Hello. Hello, how are you?
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Perfect, thank you very much. Thank you.
The Business Lounge here in Zurich is one of a very decent size, with plenty of seating and a great atmosphere thanks to the wood decor. I do also really like the side rooms that they have. There's just something a bit different and unique for a lounge. Food and drinks wise, there's plenty of options to choose from. For me personally though, having just woken up, I needed my caffeine fix. And I also grabbed some food for my breakfast.
Okay, so I sat here, got myself some coffee, as you saw, and got myself some pastas and a stew, and this will do me for breakfast. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. So nice to wake up to a coffee. A350 hasn't actually landed yet, so I need to wait and see what gate we're going to be at. At the moment it says A-B gates, so 2 sections. I hope there was something in Palma to celebrate the 350, because there wasn't much in the way here of celebrations going on. There's a speech done and chocolates were given out, but that was about it. So it would be nice to see something done in Palma for everybody that was on that flight. I'm not expecting anything much on this flight because it's the second rotation of this aircraft, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like when we get on board. But anyway, I'm going to have my pasta and my stew, and we'll see when it lands. I can see the apron just a little bit, not too much. I don't think I'll see where it lands, but can live in hope.
After my breakfast, I decided to waste no time in heading down to the gate.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thanks to our A350 having to do a go-around, I did manage to catch our A350 taxiing as we arrived to the gate. I for one do love the livery that Swiss has gone for this aircraft.
Okay, so far I have to say this gate area for an A350 is very, very quiet. It is 20 minutes until boarding, but there's no one here. There's maybe like 100 people at most, at a push. Yeah, and there's other flights due to leave as well, so don't know what's happening.
And as soon as the other passengers were disembarked from the aircraft, we were called for boarding.
Hello.
Thank you.
We would be boarding by bus, in the rain, and this is where the Swiss reputation for punctuality sort of falls apart. As getting to the aircraft, we were held on the bus for 15 minutes before we were actually allowed off the buses to board the aircraft. But eventually, in the pouring rain, we were allowed to board.
It is nice to be able to board by stairs, but a bit rainy.
I don't think so.
Hello.
Hello. 6A is going to be left.
Perfect, thank you. Hi there.
Getting on board, the seating for business class is in a 1-2-1 configuration.
Here we are then on Swiss's A350 with their seating. It's very, very nice, I must say. Plenty of legroom, as you can see. Got a very nice IFE system, as well as plenty of storage. Water has been left. Little hand sanitizer. This closes for storage. Plenty of charging options, as you can see, and a wireless charger as well. Yeah, can't complain really. The only thing I've got a gripe with is I don't really have a window. We'll make it work. As well as the IFE system, I do also like this tablet thing that they've got here, which pops out. That's very nice. And you've got all the options there, and that acts as your remote control, so yeah, it's a very, very nice looking system. We'll test it properly when we get into the air.
There are also seat controls, an adjustable reading light, and in-flight magazines are down the side of the seat. Soon the safety video was played as we were pushed back and...
Please fasten your seatbelt now as we prepare for takeoff.
Oh, well, okay then. Taking off out of Zurich, flight time to Malaga is 2 hours 40 minutes. And once all the water had gone from the window, my camera had finally decided to focus. And this is the position I had to film in for those of you that are interested.
So we have taken off out of Zurich in Switzerland. Flight time to Malaga should be about 2 hours 20 minutes. The crew has just started preparing the meal service. A little bit of turbulence going on. You did see how I had to contour myself to get the takeoff footage. It's not the best takeoff footage, I understand that, but that's the best I could do with the window situation here. It's all my fault. But we got the footage. But anyway, got a bit of turbulence going on just now, as you can see. But anyway, we will see what's happening once this turbulence dies down.
Taking a look through the IFE system, one thing I did notice about the tablet on the side is that it cannot be rotated into landscape mode. I think this is a bit of an oversight, as it would make it a bit more usable. I also tried to leave the moving map up on the tablet while using the main screen, but sadly not. It's one or the other. Movie and TV show wise, there's a good selection to choose from. You'd never be without anything to watch. I do also like that Swiss have opted for the external cameras on the A350. Under the screen you will find a decent sized tray table, easily big enough for a laptop. And I did notice this cute little hook for hanging up your glasses or sunglasses. It's little touches like this I quite like.
Okay then, so here we are on the business class of Swiss's A350. It is very nice. I will show you around quickly. You can see here that you've got plenty of amenities. You've got a vanity mirror and even a makeup mirror. I think that's a makeup vanity mirror. I'm not entirely sure. I don't put on makeup. Anyway, as you can see, it is very, very spacious. So yeah, it's brand spanking new. It's got that new plane smell for its size. Absolutely fantastic. But anyway, let's get back to our seat.
Just quickly, if you're liking this video, then why not go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date with all my travels. And don't forget to hit that bell icon.
Okay, so the crew have come around with some champagne, some water, and some rosemary breadsticks. Yeah, cheers. Here is to Swiss and their new A350. May it be a success. It was quite nice. Don't usually go for champagne, but on special occasions like this, I can have my arm twisted. See what these rosemary bites are like as well. They are actually really, really nice. They're rosemary breadsticks. The champagne was nice as well, and I think the meal service is just being prepared, just getting ready now. So, gonna see what that's like. It's beef bourguignon that I went for. It was either that or vegetable ravioli. Yeah, we're about 1.5 hours away from Malaga, so about 25% into the flight. Or no, a third into the flight. I'm actually really impressed with this seat so far. It's super comfortable. The only thing that's not good about this seat, and it's my own fault, is that window. I mean, I'm not going to keep banging on about it, I promise. That's the last time I mention it. But yeah, the seat itself is super comfortable. What more can you say? You've got the iPad-like thing. The only thing I noticed is you can't run them side by side. I was hoping to run the outdoor camera on the big screen and then the moving map on the little iPads, but you have to have one or the other. It's a case of choose what you want at the time. But yeah, can't complain with this flight so far. See what the meal service is like. Meal service has arrived. I went for the beef. The choices were beef or vegetable ravioli. I went for the beef. It comes with cheese, salad, chocolate mousse it looks like, or chocolate cheesecake, not entirely sure, and a roll. And they've also given out another round of drinks, so I went to try the Swiss red wine to see how it is. But anyway, I'm going to get stuck into this now. That is actually really nice. Yeah, the meat is tender, the mashed potatoes are really creamy, the vegetables are beautifully cooked. Yeah, it's really good. Well done, Swiss. Can't fault it at all. But yeah, gonna finish this, and then maybe see about getting a coffee afterwards. I haven't had a coffee this flight. Need to have that. Right, so let's try this Swiss wine. The meal itself is delicious. Let's try this. Ooh. It's not the most full-bodied wine ever, but it's got a really nice sweet flavour. Yeah, and a very nice aftertaste as well. It's not bitter or anything like that. Not sour or anything. It's very smooth. It's just not very full-bodied, but if you like a sweet wine, definitely for you.
If you've made it this far into the video, then why not consider becoming a Patreon or YouTube channel member? It all goes into making videos like this one, plus you'll be getting access to some exclusive content.
The crew has come around with coffee and also a really nice, cute Swiss chocolate. Anyway, give this coffee a try. I like these mugs. These are proper thick mugs. I like these. Oh, that's nice coffee. That is really nice coffee. Wow, that is strong. I love my coffee and that is strong. That is fantastic. That is really good.
Just passing Madrid, we do begin our descent into Malaga.
So we've just begun our descent into Malaga and the crew has given out some little Swiss chocolates, so that's a nice touch. But anyway, we'll be on the ground in about 25 minutes. It's been a good flight, this one. Short, but very good. It's a decent product, I must say. Yeah. If you're flying long haul with Swiss on one of their A350s, then you've got nothing to worry about.
Landing into Malaga, at this point you might want to know what this flight cost me. Well, all the figures are on screen now.
Welcome to Zurich Airport.
Maybe one of you can tell me who this is in the comments below. It's not someone I've seen before. I did also really love this farmer cultivating his field that lies between aircraft stands and the runway. Clearly this is a man who was never going to sell up for anyone. Pulling up to the stand, once again we would be bussed over to the terminal. And on the way out, I did manage to get a look at one of the 3 first-class seats that will be on these A350s.
Thank you. Thank you for a great time. Thank you. Thank you for a great flight. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Here we are then, welcome to Malaga. All we have to do now is to get to our hotel, and then I'll tell you my final thoughts on the whole thing with Swiss and their new A350s. So let's go get a cab and head over to the hotel. And the hotel is a bit different for Spain. Very familiar place in the UK, but a bit different for Spain. I think you'll be interested to see it.
However, having seen the taxi prices, I opted for a bus instead. Getting off the bus, it's only a short walk to the hotel.
So for all my UK viewers, you will know this hotel pretty well. It is, of course, a Travelodge. A Travelodge in Spain. That's where I'm staying tonight. I'm quite interested to see the comparison, to be honest. What is the difference between Travelodge at home, Travelodge in Spain? Because they operate different websites as well. So let's see what they're like. I mean, from the outside, it looks like any Travelodge I've ever been to. Let's go get checked in. Hi there. Just to check in, please.
Okay, on first floor,
Okay.
and to the right you have the lift.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. And there we have it, people. Travelodge in Spain. Looks like any other Travelodge I've ever been to in the UK. Travelodge, as you know, cheap brand, budget brand, but generally give decent rooms for the price, I find anyway. Can't complain at this too much. It is like a normal Travelodge. But anyway, people, what did you make of Swiss on their A350 on the very first day of operations? First of all, it was a fantastic aircraft. I mean, the livery that they've got on that thing is beautiful. And I'm super happy that they actually decided to put special livery on the first one. A lot of airlines miss a trick on that when they get a new type. I think a lot more airlines are cottoning on to that trick, but people care about that. They care about something special coming in. But what also do I make of the service on Swiss? Especially in the business class, because that's what we flew. It was fantastic. I would not have any reservation about flying long haul with them. The only thing that was a bit of a mistake was me booking the wrong seat, but I did a cheap upgrade. It was a 175 CHF2 upgrade, and yeah, it was the only window seat available. But we got some footage, so It's always that. But anyway, people, you let me know what you thought of this video down below. And if you did like this video, then you should check out this video here. And as always, people, we will see you all in the next one.